Hello, it's Togelover, and welcome to It's a New Let's Play, and it's on the Wii. What could it possibly be? Square Enix is involved. I bet, well, technically, y'all already know, because you can just look at the fucking title. Yes, we are playing Fortune Street. You guys, are you ready to play some Monopoly? Well, it's not technically Monopoly, but it's pretty close, actually, so let's just look at this wonderful, wonderful intro cutscene for Fortune Street. Yeah, I don't even know. Let's just get started, because this game has a lot of rules, some which I'm gonna explain, and some which I'm just gonna let y'all understand when time goes on. I don't have any friends with me, so I'm just gonna be playing alone, and I'm gonna be playing with Guest E. You can change the blah 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 blah. No, I actually like this me that I've got going on here, because, well, they just gave me like a random selection of me's to use, and I picked the cutest one, of course. So we can choose between easy rules, which are pretty much just Monopoly. I mean, nothing much different. Buy shops, build them up, blah blah blah. It's Monopoly. But we are gonna go with standard rules, because that's a lot more fun. And I'm gonna be explaining as the game begins, because I need some visuals. I can't just explain from nothing. And we can choose a lot of different characters here, but as you can see, they have a lot of letters between them, which I'm pretty sure you can already guess is the difficulty of the characters. Because difficulty, you can't choose. You can't like be like, oh, I'm gonna pick Mario and make him like really stupid. No, Mario's always gonna be A rank, and Luigi's always going to be C rank, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to be starting with some of the stupider characters, because I'm not that good at Fortune Street. I've played 4 games of this, and I've lost 2 of them. So I'm gonna start out a little easier, and if I end up playing more of this, I'm gonna choose some better characters, but for now, let's just start out with the stupider ones. Oh, so, I wonder which one I should choose, actually. Let's just go with Mario Stadium. I haven't actually played that one, so should be interesting. As picked, and target amount, which I'm going to be explaining later. Lower this to 10,000. Bankruptcy, blah blah blah. Wonderful. Beautiful. I love it. Use these settings. And let's just get started, shall we? Now, usually you would pick between like different, like you would now like have like a randomizer decide which character goes first, but I just did this because I wanted to show you the rules of this game. So basically, if you haven't already heard me talk about it enough already, this is basically Monopoly, because as you can see, you have all these not vacant plots, but properties differentiated into different quadrants. Like this one is the pink quadrant, for example, District F. Basically, you go around, you buy properties, try to get like all in one to get a monopoly, so on and so forth. Pretty easy stuff. But where this differentiates from Monopoly is, one, you are not trying to bankrupt the other players, but you are trying to get to the target amount of 10,000 net worth. And also where this is very different is you are able to buy stocks. You can see here, you can buy stocks as you pass through. Stocks, you can buy stocks for like, for example, District B here, and that's the way you're going to be making most of your money, is through the stock market. which is pretty interesting, because this is basically like Monopoly Extreme. So, that is like the basic gist of things. I'm not going to be rambling more than I already have, so let's just roll and see what happens. 6, okay. So when you start from the bank, when you roll from the bank, or if you land on the bank later, you are able to choose which direction you go, which is pretty fun. So either I can roll further, I can go to the arcade, I can get a venture, or roll again. I think I'm going to go for the venture, because ventures are pretty good, but... Because you see, buying properties early is very important, but, fuck it. This allows me to explain the venture squares. Basically, if you land on a venture square, or if you land on any of the suits, as you see, like the clover or the heart over there, you get to pick a card. And in this case, we got... You could sell a shop back. Oh, come on! Ah, I should have gone with some of the other squares, but... Oh, that's also a thing. Suits. Suits is like the big thing in this game. Like, that's the short-term goal. You're basically trying to collect all the suits, and when you get all the suits, you go to the bank, and you get a level up, a rank up, which then gives you a lot of money. Oh, come on, no! Oh dear Jesus. I was about to say, Slime was gonna get like the biggest fucking lead. But thankfully not. And Birdo's getting a property, which I'm very, very jealous of. Especially there in the back area, because everybody has to return to the bank eventually, so getting properties around the bank is usually like the best bet. Oh, 5, that nets me. Ooh, property, yes! Yes, girl, yes! And as you see to the left, where like I have like 1170 and all that, that is the ready cash. That is, well, it says right there, ready cash. But also there's the net worth, which is the accumulation of your money, your ready cash, your stocks, and your properties. Basically how much you're worth, and that is what you're trying to raise. And as you see here, buying properties is not raising that net worth, or lowering it for that matter. Oh, and he gets the fucking thing which allows him to land on another fucking suit square, get another card. Oh, and he gets to roll again. Fucking Toad is owning us. Jesus, talk about an early lead. Oh well. These Fortune Street games are usually like very, very up and down. Like there's a lot happening all the time, so it's not too bad that he's getting an early lead, because anything can happen, and I do mean anything. Especially with like the venture squares, because a lot of crazy shit can happen. Trust me. Trust and believe. And Berta gets a commission, which basically means every time money is exchanged, she gets a little bit of it. The sneaky bitch. Oh, excuse me. I just fucking shotgunned a Red Bull right before this, so I might be a little burpy, so excuse me for that. 6 will get me property, or it's gonna get me a... No. Girl, we ain't playing that game. We ain't doing that. So, that's another property for me. That's 3 properties, but none in the same district, which is very concerning, because that's usually what you want to go for. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's another thing you can do that is... Oh, wow, what an idiot. That's one thing you can do also, is invest in your properties, which is very Monopoly-esque. And she just decided to go the other way because she's a dumb AI. Apparently. And, oh, Toad gets a second one. And as you can see here, if you have 2 or more of your shops in a district, your shops get a little boost, which is really bad this early in the game. Kinda didn't want that, but oh well. And I'm paying Slime 36. Oh well. Could be worse, could be better. And as you see, Slime has an early lead, but not that that's gonna matter in like 10 rounds. Stock prices increase, which really doesn't matter because none of us have any stocks. And that goes from 8 to 9G. That is basically now, instead of having to pay 8G per stock, you now have to pay 9. Well, obviously. And Bird is gonna buy some stocks, which I don't know why she went down there in the first place. Like that, she doesn't. Well, that really doesn't do anything for her. And strangely enough, she was smart enough to not go for it, but hold on. We'll just see how this plays out, because, yeah, this Fortune Street, man, it's crazy. Actually, really, this is a really fun game to just play when you're just, I was about to say stoned, which, not really a pothead, so I don't want to know why I said that, but this is just a really fun game to just play on autopilot, like when you're watching like a YouTube video or something. Stock video, you can buy stocks in a district of your choice. Ooh, don't mind if I do. The best thing to do is invest in a place where you already have something, so I will go with this one. And as you can see, now my net worth has risen quite a bit. Well, not that much, but a substantial amount. Ooh, and Slime's giving me even more money. Thank you! So, I mean, this is just... I don't know why, but I've always been, like, a huge fan of, like, Monopoly and Monopoly-style games. Because, well, I don't really know, actually. It's just a lot of fun to play. But the thing is, I never get... Wow, they're just paying me a lot of money. I never have anybody that actually wants to play, like, Monopoly or anything like that, because I'm kind of, like, the worst person to play Monopoly with, because it's not like I'm a bad winner / loser, but I don't really know. I'm just not fun to play with, because, well, one thing is that I'm usually pretty lucky when it comes to, like, Monopoly-style games, so that's one thing that's not a lot of fun to play with me with. And, well, I mean, I guess that's it. There's not much else. But I'm also the kind of person that I can get pretty rude without knowing it. Like, like I just sit there and it's not like I'm trying to be rude, but I just end up coming off that way, which I don't really know why, but I guess that's just one of those things. Now, oh, fucking Toad. I think Toad's gonna be, like, the one to watch out for this game, because he has already gotten, like, a pretty good lead. And we get a promotion from level 1 to level 2, and as you can see here, we get, like, a basic salary promotion bonus, which is just what you would get from level 1 to level 2, but then you also get more if you have more shops. I don't really know if it's just quantity or if it's quality as well, but oh well. I've never really quite understood that, but oh well. I guess we'll see as time goes on. And buying more, usually it's best to just buy stocks indiscriminately, because you can always just sell them later. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sell, Jesus, sell them, but the value still increased, which means I'm getting, whoa, I'm actually pretty substantially in the lead, wow. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to buy that 351 in the green, because that is gonna do wonders for me. And hopefully Birdo doesn't fucking steal her like the bitch she is. Oh, I guess that's another thing. Oh, no. Oh, please, God, no. Not my district. Yes. Yeah, the more adventure cards you get in a line, the better. Because as you see, all of us have not like just picked cards as random, we've all picked them in a line. Because that is what actually, because when you have 4 in a row, all the way up to 10 in a row, you get like a G bonus. So that's pretty good. And he gets that one. Now, this kind of raises a little bit of a problem, because now all of us have kind of spread each other pretty thin. Which is not really a good strategy in life or Monopoly in general. Ooh, this allows me to show that we can excuse me, actually spruce things up. Usually you want to spruce things up in a district where you have stocks, because as you see, the stock price is going to rise, which means that the stocks are going to be worth more, which means I don't have to sell as many stocks, because I have to sell stocks right now since I'm increasing this one. But then the stocks are going to increase in value, which means, yeah, I don't have to sell as many. And the stock price doesn't sink, which it probably would have if I didn't increase it as much as I did. So usually it's better to increase more and sell more instead of not increasing as much, because usually you then have to, yeah. I'm really not good at explaining things all of the time, but hopefully I've explained things pretty good up until now.